before we get into this, my sinus.
Okay, Joe.
Does Joe Rogan do that?
Oh, he's a fiend.
Oh, he would do that.
Some of those videos are hilarious. He gets real excited to do smelling salts.
Are they allowed to do that in the UFC?
No, he just does it on his podcast.
He just does it. He wakes up and does
for
that
funsies.
Shit. He's like taking a shit.
It's crazy. He'll like do one with some guests, and he'll be like, "That was an old jar, though," and they'll be like, "Oh my god," and he'll like pull the seal off. He'll be like, "Jamie."
Who the fuck is Jamie?
Jamie's his Emilio.
Oh.
But Jamie's like on site.
Like on site? Like ready to fucking throw hands on site?
100%.
It's on site with Jamie. So is Emilio. Emilio's down to throw down. Whatever.
Yeah. Always. But he'll be like, "Give me a fresh one." And he'll like take the plastic seal off and let him smell it. And he'll just dive in. He always gets the first whiff. It's so funny. I'll have to show you after this.
Yeah, I want to see it. I've never done them, but I see like hockey players do it all the time. And
I
it's, like,
don't
big.
think I have myself. I've got a lot of like. I have a friend whose ex. Like instead instead of like other options, she would bring smelling salts.
I don't know what you mean.
With her.
Please explain.
On nights of drinking.
That's smart.
I think that's a wild thing to just like sneak off to the bathroom, and they're like, "Oh, she must be doing blow," and she's just in there doing smelling salts. Because like whatever smelling salts is made of, in like.
Why'd you point at me for that?
Because you got the laptop right there.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck? I don't have them on me.
It's just like an aggressive word, and it like. I wouldn't want to be in the bathroom smelling that.
Crystal meth.
Basically, honestly, sounds kind of like it. I think.
It's a safer alternative than blow, though.
Definitely.
At least you know they
Maybe.
won't be laced.
Depends.
If it's like allowed in the NHL, first of all,
is it?
I wish that
it is.
Oh yeah,
you said that right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I wish that they would take it back to like the 80s when the NHL players were just like doing blow on the bench and like
just
drinking
absolutely
beers,
ripped,
just going out there and just fucking each other up.
I think they probably still are.
I put my phone on airplane mode and then I threw it over there so we wouldn't be interrupted, and now I can't connect to my hotspot.
Dog, I thought you connected to this Wi-Fi last time you were here.
No.
Good thing those headphones will reach plenty far. I don't know why you're bugging.
Dude, it's so far. I'm so embarrassed.
It'd be so unfortunate if they couldn't hear you for a second.
Oh my
God damn, poor bastards.
I could hear that, the drive-by. The poor bastard.
Not doing that again. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole again.
That wasn't one of our like test audios.
We had like a good minute and a half, 2 minutes where we just tried to get as close as we could to that sound.
I got a good one. I think I nailed it. Ammonia? Is it just ammonia?
Yeah, but I don't. Does that not sound alarming to you?
Yeah, because that's like, that's something.
You're not supposed to breathe in?
Yeah, that you should not have in your lungs or nostrils. Do you think that would clear my shit up since I'm still sinusy?
I think you just gotta. I got some garlic in there, dude.
I'm not putting a whole clove of garlic up my nose.
It works. My friend Angie did it one time, and boy, I'll tell you what. She pulled that garlic out, and it just started draining. It was fucking nuts.
That's wild. What is
works.
that? Is it the
probably just
acidity?
the smell of garlic? That shit is ripe.
Yeah, inhaling that.
Also, I think, and maybe it's just the leftover, because I always cut the onions first. I think garlic makes you like tear up as well, though, if you cut it enough.
Maybe.
Because I'd be tearing up during my onions, but then I get like a second wave when I cut the garlic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could just be it marinating with the onion juice. But they are pretty pungent.
They are. They're potent.
Potent.
Quite potent.
They're quite potent. I only have minced garlic. Do you think I could just snort some of that?
Like you buy it pre-minced?
Yeah, I can't. Like, I know it's better fresh and minced, but I just can't. I don't have the time or the energy. I just get pissed off whenever I have to chop stuff.
It does not take that long.
It's annoying.
I do it every...
I'm not
even going to go into this.
I want one of the graters for it though. You seen those? You just grate it up.
Garlic grate. I feel like that. Like you could probably get away with using like a normal, just like cheese grater.
Yeah, I don't know if
Just
mine
the
are
fine
like.
side.
Yeah, I don't know if mine are fine enough.
Word. That's fair.
Are we gonna tell them what episode it is, or letting them figure it out, dude? Y'all can read.
Welcome to episode 5 of Bowling Alley Cold Brew. We kind of just went off on a tangent. It's another after dark episode, so they're not productive.
The vibe's different. Our brains are just shot from the entire day.
Yeah, I've been up since it's been a good 13, 14 hours for me.
Wow.
I'm sleepy. It's almost time for bed.
Oh yeah, you had class. I would not be able to function.
Oh my god, and it was so long. It was like,
and you work today, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you see my story about the shifts I have to work next week?
Yeah.
Yo, y'all. It's for the love of the game. 420 sale is coming up for the holidays.
The best fucking
I've got
holiday.
a fucking 4 a.m. shift followed by a 3 a.m. shift on a Thursday and Friday at the dispo, but it's for the love of the game. We're putting in the time, waking up early before the sun, putting in the hours.
It's all for the culture, for the people.
And
do you have a lot of people even come in at that time?
So many people.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god, so many people.
And on 420.
Thank God I won't be there.
Dude, I'm coming in.
I would be so...
Yeah, he'll kick me out. I don't have a med card.
Yeah. You wouldn't make it in.
You're security there, right? You would have to drag me out by
not, bro. I'd get ragdolled by some of the people that come into that building. Some big bodies. But I think we should get into some of this. Okay, so we got to start here because this is a little bit dated now. We got to talk about your gals. So unfortunately,
the girlies.
Your LSU girlies got knocked out by old Caitlin.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Old Caitlin.
It is what it is. So let's talk about South Carolina and Caitlin Clark. You wanted to talk about this, so have at it.
I did. I love the girlies. I'm just proud of my bracket because I picked South Carolina to win for my women's bracket. And
your score prediction was, what was it, like 5 points?
I was only 4 points off from the total score, which I feel like is pretty hard to do.
No, that was mad. When I saw it, I was more impressed by that than South Carolina.
Than picking the final two, because it's like those two you kind of knew were gonna. One was undefeated and one had fucking Caitlin Clark, right? So like you knew that they were gonna had the highest chance of getting there. But the score, I was like, how the fuck did I figure that out? I think it was like I picked 158. I think it was 162.
Yeah, that was nuts.
But shout out to South Carolina. I mean, shout out to Caitlin Clark too. It would have been cool to see her win. But she's going to do so much shit. She's already, like, elevated the game.
Big shout out South Carolina, because perfect season, right?
Perfect season.
Because what's that? After the tournament, over, 40 wins? 40 wins?
Yeah.
Because they finished 36-0. Is that pre-SEC tournament?
I don't know.
Because if that's pre-conference championship, then they got, over 40 wins this season, which is nuts. That's a lot of basketball.
Her record, Dawn Staley, is she's won 191 games and lost 3.
That's nuts. But
so I like her. I love her because I like Asia Wilson. Because I like the Aces.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like Sydney Colson. That's how I got into basketball, was Sydney Colson. So I indirectly love Dawn Staley.
I need context for Sydney Colson.
She's a player on the Aces. She's a guard.
I picked that up.
More of a bench warmer. But she played for, I think, Texas A&M.
So how did you get onto Sydney Colson?
Dude, my fucking TikTok. She
Word.
was all over my TikTok, and I kept seeing her. And, I knew the Aces won because I lived in Vegas at the time. I just didn't watch any of the shit. And so then she kept popping up, and she was so funny. And, the whole team was so funny, and they were always just, playing pranks and, being silly. And so I just, started watching them on YouTube, and then I got into, because I've never watched women's basketball. It's easier because I played, so I know what I'm watching now. But I was
real life
never
hooper
into it.
on our hands here.
Yeah, I balled a little bit. I was a bench warmer too.
Could have went to college, but just wanted to party.
Could have went. The hardest my brother's ever roasted me
Hurt
in
my
my
knee.
life. Oh yeah, it was a career-ending injury. One time we were at long-term parking, at an airport, and you know how they have the letters and the numbers so you can remember where you parked. It was L7, so you're okay. And so my mom was like, we need to remember where we parked the van, guys. And so we were walking back. My brother was like, oh, it's easy to remember because it's the level Brooke would have played in college basketball, D5. I was like, he got my ass.
Damn.
Roasted my fucking ass. It's true. I would have never made D3.
That's brutal. Okay, so other half of the championship, Caitlin Clark. Question I want to ask you, because this was getting asked to the reporters. Do you think her legacy is impacted by the fact that she did not win a championship? And then to add context, a lot of the people that were getting asked this were part of those Geno UConn teams that just ran through college basketball for 7 years.
Yeah.
And people were like, that's kind of unfair for you to make that, ask them that question because they were playing with like 4 other 5-star recruits.
Yeah.
And Caitlin Clark played in Iowa.
I know. She really uplifted that.
So do you think Caitlin's accomplishments stand alone? Or is that did she need the dub in the chip?
I think the record she's broken already, I would say solidify her as I think GOAT status. It's
passing
insane.
Pistol Pete for the all-time NCAA is nuts. And that man played basketball so long ago, and think about how many amazing basketball players have came through college since then. It's absurd.
I think she's done enough on her own. I mean, dude, think about how much she grew the sport of women's basketball.
Crazy.
In months.
Crazy.
That alone. And then, all of her stats. I mean, it's obviously better if you have a championship, but that's not all on her.
And honestly, I think the thing I love most about Caitlin Clark is how Midwest it all happens. The dad yelling in the stands in the fucking NCAA tournament to stop bitching about calls is the best thing I have seen in college or pro basketball ever, I think.
Dude.
And then she was just like, word, yeah, my bad, Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, the rest of the game.
Dude, that's so funny.
I love it. I respect it.
Me too. He's like, I don't care where we are.
It made me feel something when I saw that. I was like,
hope she's in the WNBA and he's still doing that shit.
They're already making.
She's 30.
They're already making ads.
Oh my god, I know.
Did you see the one the goat versus the rook or whatever?
Yeah, because people are mad at Diana Taurasi right now. My whole timeline. By the way, I'm such a bandwagon. I've never watched women's college basketball before this. I've never cared.
I don't know. I think, to be fair, I don't think many people were watching women's college basketball before this.
Yeah, I'm not the only one.
No.
And I don't think it's a bad thing to be a bandwagon. I think you join better late than never.
Yeah, for real. And you know how I know that women's college basketball is really up? Because there was betting controversy on
discourse
on the championship game. Somebody said that it was rigged. The betting odds were rigged. And I was like, the women's college basketball has made it.
Yeah. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
I'd
the
say
shit
so.
I've seen on Twitter, the fuckery on Twitter.
That's
how you
when
know.
in the past have you ever seen controversy? And look, like I said, just started keeping any eye on women's college basketball. So I'm sure there's been controversy in the past.
Yeah.
But to the point that it would just pop up onto a random Twitter feed that wasn't involved in college basketball.
Yeah.
But that's
So
because
mainstream.
women's college basketball is the college basketball finals this year.
It is.
Don't get me wrong. What Purdue and UConn are doing, Dan Hurley has put on one of the best coaching performances of college basketball this season.
Who that? UConn?
UConn's head coach. And Zach Edey, great big man.
Heard of him.
But Caitlin Clark was college basketball this year.
Yeah. She got everybody hyped.
It was everything.
It was awesome.
And then the Final Four with LSU, that was huge. I think I saw something as well, right before you got here, that the South Carolina game broke broadcasting records, something like that.
They had 18.7 million viewers.
Nuts.
It's insane.
For a women's college basketball game.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? If you
not me.
And that's the thing, not even trying to be fucked up or anything, but if you would have told me that 3 years ago, I'd have been like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
It's so cool. It's cool to watch in real time.
It's cool. And I think it's lit because it's like a different brand of basketball.
Yes, I
But
would
like
say it's a
I'm
different sport.
I'm
It's just
learning to
different.
love it.
It's a different kind. They just play a different kind of game because we're physically different than men.
I just grew up watching like Derrick Rose and LeBron James and like
Yeah,
Kobe and shit. Like it's a transition, you
yeah.
know, to watch women's basketball.
Well,
It's like a very more fundamentally like the fundamentals are much more on display, I'd say.
yeah.
But it's
More
cool to watch.
defensive, which I love. I feel like
But I think it's also really cool to see that being broken by what's the girl at South Carolina's name? Or USC,
Juju,
California. Yeah,
Juju
Juju.
Watkins.
She's a hooper, bro.
She's a freshman too.
She's a hooper for real hooper.
I picked them to be in my top 4. I'm sad they lost.
Dude, it was
There's a
early.
lot of freshmen that are like promising. And I've been
There's like a
crushing it.
wave of like women's basketball players coming through right now that are like a new era of
Yeah.
women's basketball players.
True.
Respectfully.
You know what I wish though? I hate how like I think women like this might be a hot take. I feel like I don't want people to twist this because I'm so bad at
I'm
explaining
so
myself.
glad you're giving this hot take.
Yeah, my body temperature just went up. It's such a hot take. I feel like part of women's basketball could be so much more fun and exciting if they let them be shit talkers and let them be catty. Like how, because women are just as fucking competitive as men, but people freak the fuck out way more about it with like Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark thing. You know, I'm like, if they would have fed into it and just recognized that that could be like a fun part of the game, it would be so much more entertaining. Just sorry. Dude, I'm getting really fucking heated about it.
I could tell.
I take it pretty serious. But you know what I mean? I'm like, there's
No, I
such an
completely
opportunity
agree.
for that to make it so entertaining. And they're just like,
I agree. And I think they're like, honestly, I think that's just like across the board. Like even the NBA is like cut back on like what they're allowing
yeah.
in terms of like shit talking. And it's so annoying. I'm like, yo, these people are like literally the best of the best.
Yeah.
Let them talk their shit.
Let
Like
them
they
do their
earn their
thing.
spot here.
We talked about this because it's like pro sports they're entertainment. Like they're there
Yeah.
not only to actually be good at the game, they're there to like put on a show for people.
Yeah.
So if that's part of it, let it happen. Not saying we should rig it, make it WWE style, but like.
No, but honestly, so I will say like in my opinion, I think like the convergence of like sports books and like professional sports leagues has been horrible for sports. Like like leagues that are sponsored by like FanDuel and like all
Yeah.
those different like just like quick picks sites. I don't think it's a good thing for sports.
I don't know what the impact is.
It's just
It just affects the way they play the game.
I don't know if it's just like and like I don't put my money into this shit. Like I see it on Twitter. I think parlay Twitter is so funny. Some of the funniest tweets I see are people tweeting about their parlays. But like it's not for me. I couldn't just like be like, "Oh yeah, I think this and this and this is going to happen."
I'm a prize picks girly.
I had fun doing your prize picks
Right?
that UFC fight.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
And I feel like I did decent.
Yeah.
I almost got it.
Almost. We were only like one away, right?
And it was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It makes it more like you're like more willing to watch it and more in the game. I also like how it's individual players. So you can like focus more than it's more than just the team winning.
100%.
It's like, oh, I get to watch these people and then I get to get mad at them when they fuck up my parlays, dude.
Yeah. And then they got to deal with it. They got that weight on their shoulders. It's like, oh, this man's family's not eating because of me.
Yeah.
He put rent on the line for that one. I needed one more 3.
I literally needed like 4 more seconds from a guy on the ice in the NHL, and I got so heated.
You bet on ice time?
I bet on ice time.
That's wild.
I think it's one of the easiest ones to bet on, but it's the one I missed.
Did he just have like a below average? I feel like that's something you could easily like Google. Be like, what's this player's average ice time per game?
I think it
I feel like
depends.
with shifts and stuff, it would be pretty.
Pretty like standard. I think
Yeah.
it depends mainly on the opponent and then how the game's going. Like they're not going to throw Connor Bedard in there if they're like, unless they like need a point at the end of the game, right? Like it just depends on
I don't know.
the like the shifts that you put them in.
I feel like it's like time.
And then if you're up by 5, you're betting on like ice time for a defender. He might not even be in. you know?
If you're up by 5, why wouldn't you have like anything but defenders in? You just don't want them to score at that point.
But then, like, it doesn't matter.
You don't need
as much as
offense.
they score. I don't know. I also, like, my thing for prize picks, I don't overthink it. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
I like this
and
one.
I win money almost every single time.
Whatever works.
At least a few bucks back. It's fun.
Hit up Brooke for your parlays.
Don't. Because I'll fucking lose. And I don't want that blame. Can you bet on pickleball and prize picks yet?
Before we move on to that, I have one more women's basketball.
That was such a good transition.
It was. I'm so sorry.
Oh, are we talking Kelsey Plum?
I have to. What the fuck was that?
Speaking of my aces girlies, she
looked amazing.
Oh, she looks stunning all the time.
She looked gorge. But what was that? I think it was summed up best when I saw on Twitter. Somebody said this. Somebody said, "This is what girls mean when they put in their Hinge profile that they're probably funnier than you. This is the kind of shit they do." And I think that's the most accurate representation of what I witnessed her doing.
That's true, because I feel like any woman that says that is not actually fucking funny. It's like that they put her in like the picture, you know, the picture of the bitch in like the frozen aisle with the bag of shit on her head, and she's like, "My friend is so crazy."
Yeah, like she put like frozen peas on her head. She's like, "Oh my god,
she's crazy," and she's like got her tongue out. But she's such a like white woman millennial, so like that's her sense of humor, you know. Ooh, I will say though, from watching all the Aces content that I've consumed and the amount of Kelsey Plum I've seen in the past like year, she's at least a little bit self-aware, you know?
Just a little bit.
Like I feel like the way people are portraying her on Twitter is that she like has no idea what she's doing and fully means it. But I don't get that vibe.
I know one other thing about this woman. She has an absolute cannon of an arm. That's the only other video I've never seen a single video of her actually playing basketball. Just the one of her throwing that T-Shart.
Did you just say shart on the fucking
dog?
Cut that shit. Emilio, I'm telling you to cut that. That was so embarrassing.
That was.
T-Shart? No, she threw that into like the fucking third goddamn level of
the
that
upper
arena.
deck. That shit was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I respect it though. She fucking launched that thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm half though with her like self-awareness stuff. I'm half like I keep checking her Instagram stories because I feel like she would be somebody to post about it and like feed into the joke,
like to repost it, like with a meme that's like she thought was funny,
and keep being silly about it, but she hasn't. And I feel like that's the number one way to dead something if you're like embarrassed by it.
I would be. She was cackling.
She's like, "I'm eating this up." She's like, "Everybody's laughing at me."
She's like, "This is gonna go crazy. This is going platinum on Twitter." It did go platinum on Twitter.
It did. It's still
building.
It's still been on my timeline today.
Yeah, I had lots of them today. Followed by Coach Calipari signing. Big.
Coach Tyler Perry.
Coach Calipari.
I saw that tweet that you reposted about them recruiting Drake.
Yeah, he's a tag along with Coach Cal. You get Drake.
Mm-hmm. Go Razorbacks.
Big.
The big three. I've been making so much noise over here this episode.
The big three: beer, sunshine, pickleball. To answer your question.
Oh my god, the big three. Me,
I don't know
Jesus
if
Christ.
you can bet on pickleball.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Is that like the Holy Trinity?
Is it? Could you hear that?
That or your cackle?
My big three. Is there even any pro pickleball yet? Is it like bags where it's like there's a niche community that's
I saw a video of a lady that was like, I've spent $60,000 on pickleball.
It is for like rich like Gen X and boomers.
And this shit was absurd. She also did the calculations a little bit generously when she said she spent $60,000. Part of that $60K was the like month she took off of work to go pay for pickleball private lessons in California.
Wait, so she factored in her lack of income from
the
month that
I'm
she
like,
took
that's
off?
kind of cap.
Yeah. Because that's not something you're like outright spending.
Yeah, you're not. yeah, it was not an expense.
It's still though.
But
if it's only a month, like that's still
to
a
take
lot
a
of
whole
thousands of
month off.
dollars.
What are you telling your boss? They're like, yo, you requested like a whole month of PTO. Like, what's up? Everything good? Like,
Yeah, is
family's
your
all
family
right?
dying?
Yeah. Like, did your whole family, like, what happened?
My whole family has cancer. She's just fucking playing pickle.
She's like, I have this new hobby. I just want to go explore.
She's just working on her stroke game.
She's making it sound super niche. She's like, I just want to go to like the mecca of this and really check it out. And he's like, oh, word. But and she's like, pickleball. It's this new game.
All of our coworkers are like, God damn it. Fire her, please, so I can get a promotion. That's
It
insane,
do be fun, though.
But the people who are into pickleball are into pickleball. And you're fully hooked, huh?
I don't know. I can't get that deep. It's like a fun thing to go do. But there was like a group playing next to us. They were for real, for real. The net clearance was just a little. I spent half the time playing left-handed just for a challenge.
Just for fun.
Just for funsies. They were hitting
serious.
that thing.
They weren't playing.
Mm-mm.
What is that fucking... It's a show or a movie. And there's like a pickleball like tournament, like celebrity tournament. And that one guy's going so fucking hard wearing a sweatband and he like throws up mid-game.
What? This is news to me. I need to see this
I need
media
to find it.
ASAP.
Because I'm like about to cry just thinking about it. He like throws up mid-fucking game. I feel like that's how all people play pickleball though. That's how I view it. Is they're just going in fucking hard. I've never played. I want to play it with my mom.
Oh, does she play?
Well, my mom was like, she was big into tennis. She's very athletic. But she was into tennis when I was in high school. So I know she would fucking crush me. Because she's strong too.
Damn. I met the nicest like older couple when me and my buddy were leaving the pickleball courts. They were there to play pickleball. They were like, we used to play tennis, but that's too much now.
Yeah.
We like this shit.
Shit's out. It's not trendy.
And I was like, word, respect. That's too much running for me too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You have to move away fucking more. Tennis is fun though. What about ping pong?
I like ping pong except against people that try too hard.
Mm-hmm.
I like a good volley. It's fun to like keep the ball on the table because that's about all I can do.
Yeah.
But when I got a dude that like has like one of the fancy grips and is hitting it just fast as fuck, no thank you.
Yeah, it becomes not fun.
It's not fun anymore.
MGK just played on Aiden Ross's like stream. They played.
I don't want to hear nothing about either of them, bro. I'm not interested.
Okay, well, MGK is one of my favorite men of all time. So you're gonna hear this at least. He plays with
him
two fucking...
or Jaden.
Oh, MGK. MGK is like my guy for life, literally.
Is it?
How fucking dare you? Yeah.
Wow.
No, I've been a fan of MGK since I was like 13, dude. Like, he's just been my guy.
Word, what was he doing back then? Oh my God.
He was rapping his little cheeks off in Cleveland.
He was like 15.
He's been in the
at
game.
that time.
He's pretty old. He's like 34.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. About to be 34.
Wow.
But he's been in the game for a long time. But he plays with two fucking paddles. I guess just like tour life, that's a lot of what they do is play ping pong. And he plays with two paddles. It's insane. He looks like a hibachi chef.
Is it effective or is it just like it gets the job done? Like how hard are the balls coming back at him?
Pretty hard.
Okay.
He volleyed one that was insane.
Okay, so like it's like okay.
Yeah, he's good. Don't try to downplay his ping pong skills.
I just wanted to understand the full context so I could understand.
Corbin like put his hands up and everything as if I was like actually.
Brooke's aggressive.
Dude.
Listen, did y'all hear? You could hear it in her voice right there.
The aggression this week from all these planets in Aries and this fucking eclipse and me having allergies and being annoyed and PMSing, like I'm about to put my fist through the wall.
Was it also hard inventing the deep dish pizza? You got 2 minutes.
That shit, it was hard. It's hard every time somebody brings up fucking deep dish pizza, dude. My thing is, okay, so I just went to New York for the first time, right? But even before that, Everybody who like meets me who's from the New York area that finds out I'm from Chicago, they think they get my ass by being like, our pizza's way fucking better than yours. And every time I'm like, I know.
Because it is. New York pizza is by far the best pizza.
And that's fine. And I agree with that opinion. But I hate that they come at me thinking they're going to get me some way. And I'm like, you didn't get my ass at all. I know. And also, what the fuck did I have to do with deep dish pizza? Just because I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago doesn't mean I invented fucking deep dish pizza.
Hey, I will say though, there's a spot in like the top 3 for Chicago style pizza for me.
Yeah.
100%.
It's unique and it's good on occasion.
For me, it's definitely got to go New York number 1, but then 2 and 3
and then Detroit.
Yeah, 2 and 3 is a toss up between Detroit and Chicago because those both go crazy.
What even is Detroit style? Because my brother says Detroit style is when you get the box and it's just crumbs in it because somebody already fucking stole it.
Bro, Detroit style is like a look. It's like square deep dish.
Okay,
but it's with like I think it's like with the more like caramelized crust. I don't know. Look it up. I don't.
Little Caesars, right?
They've got like their rendition. I wouldn't take that as like the.
Oh yeah,
the standard
just square like pan pizza.
Yeah, but I think it's delicious. Delish.
It looks really good. I like
It's
a fluffy crust like that.
It is a nice fluffy crust.
Fucking deep dish, dude. Sorry.
I love deep dish pizza though. It's probably just because I love bread. It's
a lot of sauce though.
It is a lot of sauce.
And it's like wet. Even the bread, like the dough is like wet.
It's not. You can't have leftovers of it.
Ooh, no.
But unfortunately, we're going to have leftovers of this conversation because we are out of time for today.
Smooth.
It was a pleasure though, y'all.
It was.
It was fun hanging out today.
It was good to be back.
We haven't recorded in a minute, low-key.
Oh, for real? Because, yeah.
Well, we'll see y'all hopefully this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. That might change.
God damn it. Who knows?
Brooke's ass. She had to sneeze for 2 days.
I literally had pink eye. I got pink eye in New York.
I'm not going to say it. Goodbye, y'all.
God damn. Bye.